everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Bills.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down, Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 2nd down, Martin. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And down to the 36-yard line here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Now we have Hyde still on the ground here. Staying down after that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run. Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, look at the juke. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Let's go. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Jackson. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They run it again with Martin. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Sims. And he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it again with Sims. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they run with Sims. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chris Baker drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. They'll run here with Sims. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, they run with Sims. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Sims. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They run it with a fullback. This is Austin Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Lost the football, and the Bills have recovered. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Taylor. Looking downfield for Joe. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, it's Sims. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. on 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Come on, let's go!
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Robert Ayers in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Another carry now for Rodgers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. And Taylor cannot escape. He goes down to the end zone. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Here we go.
On second down, Taylor. It's complete to the tight end, Clay. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And some room to work. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Jameis to throw it. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Levante David. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Taylor, buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go!
Taylor now off the bootleg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers Rogers in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll run. It's Rogers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third and long for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's go! What? No! Ohio!
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on second down. Taylor, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quan Alexander in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, the killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll toss it out to Sims. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here we go.
Now Taylor on first down. Strong running by Clay. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go.
Taylor now. Throwing again. Looking downfield for... And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 55 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Ready.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. On the ground, Rodgers. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. The fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here trying to preserve the lead. The Bills on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Let's go.
They go play action now. Taylor rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Here we go.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Single. Right 25. Come on, let's go.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.